I am too old. Yeah, I am too old. Really? Recently, I was talking to a friend who has had a long and successful career as a lawyer. Let's call her Jane. Jane is in her 50s and getting to a point where she's considering what's next. I asked Jane, "What do you enjoy doing?" And she said, "I like to paint. Actually, I am an aspiring painter." I said, "What do you mean by aspiring? If you paint, you are a painter. You are an artist." Jane hesitated and said, "I don't think I'm that good. I don't sell my paintings, I give them away. And I think I'm too old to be a great painter." Now I actually don't know whether Jane is a good painter, but I do know this. I saw the light in her eyes when she started talking about colors, light, and the things she likes to paint. And I also know that people tell themselves all kind of stupid stories about why they can't do this or that. And when it comes to age, I actually believe it's never too late to be a rock star. I think it's time for a bit of inspiration. Let's talk about this amazing lady, Anna Mary Robertson Moses, also known as Grandma Moses. Grandma Moses didn't start her painting gig until she was 78 years old. Yes, 78. And guess what? She became a total rock star in the art world. Grandma Moses was born way back in 1860 in Greenwich, New York. It was a family of farmers, and like most kids back then, she didn't spend much time in school. Instead, she worked as a housemaid. In 1887, she married Thomas Moses, and they also did the whole farming thing together. For most of her life, Grandma Moses was into artsy stuff. She was big on embroidery, but when arthritis hit her in her 70s, she had to say goodbye to her needle and thread. But did she let that stop her? No way! She picked up a paintbrush instead. Talk about a late bloomer. Her paintings first made a splash not in a fancy gallery, but in a local drugstore. Her work was all about the simple life, full of charm and color, and it depicted the world she knew, rural life, farming, and changing seasons. Her style was so unique that it caught the eye of a New York art collector, Louis J. Calder. He bought her paintings and showed them to the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and boom! Grandma Moses had her first exhibition in 1940. She was 80 years old. Even though Grandma Moses started painting pretty late in life, she didn't let that slow her down. She painted until she was 101 years old. Imagine that. Stop! Let's just look at that picture one more time. Check the spark in her eyes. She looks like a kid who just got a new toy. That's the spark of someone who loves what they do. Over her career, Grandma Moses created more than 1,500 paintings. Yeah, I guess she knew that quantity leads to quality. Her birthday, September the 7th, is celebrated as Grandma Moses Day in New York State. But here's the cool one. When Grandma Moses was 88 years old, she was named the Young Woman of the Year by Mademoiselle magazine. And that's a magazine that usually focuses on up-and-coming young women in art, culture, and fashion. How cool is that? They chose to honor Grandma Moses, not for her age, but for her spirit, talent, and tenacity. It's like saying, hey, age is nothing but a number. Grandma Moses' life is a perfect example that it's never too late to be a rock star. Now, I created this video for Jane, but I hope you found it useful too. Grandma Moses kicked some serious butt. My name is Thomas Bay, and until next time, make things better and make better things. Boom!